everyone. I'm having one of those mornings where you hit the go live button and it doesn't want to go live for you, but so hopefully we are here. Good morning to Phyllis and Marilyn. Hello, welcome. It is February the 20th and my name is Alisa Tilsner. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia and crossing fingers that everything is now going to go smoothly. Why does it always happen? Like, I even refreshed the page. Yep, lets me in, no worries. And then all of a sudden it goes, no, we're not going to work for you this morning. You have to log in again. Hello, Carol. Welcome, welcome. So this week I am, because I just love this stamp set, the Mixed Florals. I actually really love it. But I have been playing because I'm doing it for my stamp by mail this time. I have been sticking to the same colours. So I thought, let's pop the stamp set into the colour companion, which is my AI tool. You can get it for free. And it spit out me some colours. And it had, I said to it, I took a screenshot of the stamp set and I popped it into the chat, and I said, can you give me a 4-color combination? And it gave me one, and then I was like, because I want to color it in, and we don't have a garden green blends. We don't have garden green blends. And I said, no, I can't. Can you please give me another one that does green in it? So it has given me an interesting color combination. So I'm going to try and make it work. So it gave me Granny Apple Green. Okay. It gave me Melon Mambo. Beautiful. It gave me Lemon Lolly. I'd probably go for something a little bit richer, but, and then to throw the works, it gave me Pecan Pie. Okay, we're going to try. We're going to see whether this is going to work. So I have pulled out some colors. I've pulled out some designer series paper, and then I started sort of working behind the scenes a little bit. And I thought, you know what? I think we need to color the image first, and then we need to go from there. So because I was going to have a fair bit of the pecan pie in there, but I'm thinking that I'm going to have to pull back and make that quite minimal. Good morning, Deborah. Welcome, welcome. So let's get the cameras switched around. Oh, wait, now is that mucking up? Because the camera's not. There we go. Okay, now I've got it up. Hopefully we're going to work. Yay! Okay, so to the ladies who are on YouTube, you can pinch, if you're on a mobile device, you can pinch your screen and zoom in a little bit if you would like to see the colouring up a little bit closer. If you are on Facebook, hello. I haven't had any comments from Facebook yet, but if you are on Facebook, you might want to think about going over to YouTube, or I will bring it up to the screen when we finished. Hello, Lois. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what I have done originally already is I thought, well, considering we've got pecan pie in it, and not going to lie, the pecan pie threw me, and I was actually thinking that I wasn't going to do it. And I thought, no, it's given me these colors. So I'm going to trust the process, and we're going to have a crack. So what I've done is actually stamp my image in pecan pie, because when we use our blends, we can actually use any of our colored ink pads as well. So hey, Babs in Canberra, and stitching it up, capturing country life. Oh, now, stitching it up. You've been here before. You've got the same name as me, don't you? Is that right? Have I got the right person? I'm thinking. Anyway, so we're going to start by colouring in this image, and I'm going to go for broke here, and I'm going to do the daisies actually in Melon Mambo instead of yellow. Hey, Jocelyn. Okay, so let's start with our Granny Apple Green. We'll just do our little bit of, I'm going to do the stems here, and then I'm going to actually put a little bit of, I can't talk and colour at the same time. It has just always been one of those things that has plagued me. I'm going to pop a little bit of yellow into the tips of the leaves. So yes, that's right. I did get you right. I was like, I remember you and another Alisa. I am so pleased for that. Actually, I was looking on, I don't know where I was looking the other day. I've sort of become a little bit, I go to X a lot more than what I used to. I never went to Twitter. I was never on Twitter, but I've started going to X, and there was, anyway, regardless of that, in the comments section, there was an Alisa, and I was like, oh, another one. We are out there. I think we might be growing in numbers. All right, so what I'm doing now is just putting the dark granny apple green on the underside of the leaves, and where there is a little bit of underside, and then just at the base of the leaf. So I will bring that up. So it's colouring, but we're going to be quick. It'll be a quick colouring. All right, so dark granny apple green, tuck you away. Light granny apple green, and I'm using the bullet tip because they're small images. So going over the dark and extending a wee bit. And I have a feeling that my marker is getting dry. Just taking a little bit of extra to make it want to work. And it's squeaky. All right, so now I'm going to grab the light lemon lolly, and I'm just going to do a little bit of yellow on those tips, but I'm going to bring the yellow into the green. So I just thought, let's just see if we can tie that little bit of lemon lolly into the rest of the image. Another squeaky one. And you can go around in circles if you want, or you can just colour. But that's given, and it actually looks quite nice with the, I'll bring that up. So that actually looks quite nice with the pecan pie that's been stamped. Okay, so while I've got the lemon lolly going on here, hey Deb, I am going to use the, actually I might start with the light first, and we'll just do these little, whatever these flowers are. They could be baby breath, who knows? They sort of remind me of those. But anyway, so popping in that little bit of yellow into the green is going to help tie in these little yellow flowers. And at the moment, I'm just scribbling them down. There might be little bits of white showing, but whatever. Hey, Ronnie. And then with the dark, I'm just going to come into the middle and just do a little squiggle around that little dot there. So nothing fancy. Maybe it's my glass that's making everything squeaky this morning. The glass mat. Okay, I will bring that up to you. Okay, so now, see, that is looking pretty good. Okay, now we're going to go wowzers. And we're going to do the melon mambo. I'm going to do dark to start with. And again, seriously, I'm just chucking colour on, throwing it down. What sort of nib have I got on the other end? Because my nib's good on this end. I'm going to change to my nibs. But just when you go with your nib, just barely touching the paper, and I'm just pulling that down. So nothing too fancy. Let me grab that. You know what? I actually quite like it just like that. So if you were going for a really different look, you could just leave it like that and have a fair bit of that white showing. That'd look pretty cool. Okay. So if you are after the colour companion, you can grab it yourself for free. You can get it from my website. When you join up to my newsletter, I'll email it to you. So you can head on over to alisatilsner.com, and which is showing on the screen at the moment, and you'll see the subscribe button. I really must change that to grab the colour companion. and you can grab it. It works via ChatGPT, so you will need to have an account. You only need a free one, and it is designed to give you Stampin' Up! Colors. You can ask it pretty well anything. You can ask for a 2-color combo. You can ask for a 1-color combo. You could ask, I'm just going to switch to the bullet tip for this. You could ask if you wanted a mail, if you wanted colors for a mail card or a baby card. You could ask it for seasonal, like what I did. You can pop in the stamp set, like I took a photo of the stamp set and uploaded it and asked what colors I could use with it. Just going to bring that up to the screen again. Okay, and now I'm going to come back with my dark, and again I'm just going to flick into it. You could ask it what colors go with Melon Mambo. What other colors, what 2 other colors could I use? You could ask if it complementary colors, and it will just give you Stampin' Up! Colors. Current ones. I didn't program it with any of the retired colors, so it's all current colors at the moment. And then we're going to go over again, because with our blends we can actually go over as many times as you want to get those areas darker. So really lightly on your nib. I find even rotating my pen sometimes, you know, when sometimes your nib starts to get a little bit bent in one end, I sort of flip it over and grab the other side. Okay, so there we have, try and get it in some good light. And then now comes the Pecan Pie, which is the color that threw me. Now I think I'm going to do that stippling that I did last time. I'm going to use, so this is just up and down little dots, close dots that are really, really super close together. So fairly, oh, it's got to do the other one too, don't I? So this is the dark lemon lolly, and I'm just doing it on the left-hand side. So just dots. And the reason why I'm doing dots is because the image has got dots in it already. So I figured that's a good way to do it. I'm going to do the dark one next, and I'm going to do the right-hand side. So let's do those dots on that side. And I'm only doing them on just on the edge a little bit. And then with the light, I can then come back in and merge the 2 colors together. So when I move into the yellow, I will space them out a little bit further, and so that they blend seamlessly. Okay, so that is our 4 colors together, which I think have pulled up okay. What do you think so far? Because this color combination does scare the crap out of me, just saying. Okay, so now is when the fun bits are going to start. I'm definitely going to use a white base, I think, because I just need a little bit of freshness in it, if you will. All right, let's get this die cut. So our die cut, I've just realized, because I was doing extras the other day, and there's dies to cut out all of the pieces and multiple butterflies, ladybirds, but there isn't one to cut this one out. So if you're stamping that one, you do need to fussy cut it. But everything else has got a die to go with it. All right, and I stamped it, and then I trimmed my card, and I almost trimmed my image, which was a bit silly. Actually, I need to bend this. It's not grabbing it. See ya, Alisa. Hopefully we can catch you up again another time. All right, let's get that lined up. Gently, gently. Oh, just as I say that, I squished it off to the side. Thank you. Who's crafting my world again? You did say, and now I've forgotten. Let me scroll back. Jocelyn. Thank you very much. All right. See, and now it's going to look different again now that we've die cut it. So there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okie dokie. Let's start on our, what the heck are we going to do with our colors? Okay, so I will be requesting some input, if something does not look right, feel free to say, Alisa, that looks like crap. And you are more than welcome to say that. And we will go from there. So I've got a little mud map, and I'm going to pop this on this side, and because it's got so much of that white background, I am going to layer it on white. Okay, and then I was thinking maybe a hot pink behind. Okay, I want to do a diagonal that runs across, but it's going to be not underneath, it's actually going to be on top of these panels here. So I was going to have this, and then I was going to have, I've just got some little scraps of yellow and green. I was going to have a lot of the pecan pie, but then that scared me. Hey, Wendy. We are doing a scary color combination chosen by the color companion. What was it thinking? All right, so, and then I was going to do, like, imagine that on an, oh, you know what? That's not, oh no. Pretend it's cut on an angle. I was going to say, pretend that I don't like the stripes, but pretend it's going to be like that. And then I was going to do something like that. I was going to have a layer of pecan pie, but do you see, I think it's too much pecan pie. Do you think? So I think I'm going to have to go fairly light with my layering. Let's get you tucked under there. This is just my creative brain taking place. I don't generally cut things. I just tend to layer things and then try and imagine what these little bits and pieces are going to look like. So I just try and, is this going to be way too much brown? Should I use a different color? I've got all the colors out. I've got all my packs out here, because then I thought, oh, maybe lemon lolly. But the lemon lolly one looks like it's bloody fluorescent. Look at that. Ah! So that didn't look like, that looked fluoro, which I didn't particularly like. So we can start flipping things around and changing things and doing that sort of thing. So you like this? I like the stripes, but what color stripes are we going to do? Do you think the pecan pie is okay? Because then, oof, let me just get. I'm desperate to make this color combination work. Let me grab another stamp set. Because what I can do is add a tiny little bit of ink blending and some text stamps to, you know, change the feel of it again as well. How about we just, let me just trim this. We'll see. Okay, and don't forget that also when you are on my newsletter that you will get all the measurements and instructions and everything to the cards that we make here as well. They may have to end up going behind, you know, so let's do a little bit bigger, because I can always pull back, can't I? I can always trim if I need to. Okay, and then let's go. There's stripes in the toadstool paper. There is, but I don't think, are they melon mambo, just melon mambo stripes? I can't remember. But I need to, I'm looking for a lead pencil. That's what I'm looking for. Let's do around about there. Let's get an angle happening, and we can work out what we want to do, because I don't want an overly bright card either. I want something a little bit on the subdued side. Oops, I should have gone the other way, because I could have stuffed up that little bit of a tip there. Anyway, let's Now I've got pencil mark, so we'll rub it out. Good morning, Audrey. Okay, let's pop you away. So we're going to have you down there. And you know what? It may end up being that things get piled on top rather than behind. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't you love it when you accidentally have a little mistake that works out really well? I don't mind that type of look. What do you think about that? That's not, I don't mind that. That's a little bit different. I don't mind different. Don't mind different. Right. Get those papers out of the way. Okay, so now I need to throw in a little bit of green, and I've got some other scraps. Let's see. Perhaps the green can go on that side, maybe. Yes, and then maybe, so maybe I can put green on that side and maybe some yellow on that side. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of stuff happening. I need to get my trimmer back in. Okay. Now these are, I love using up little bits of scraps, and I mean, yeah, I probably even got smaller scraps in my filing cabinet that I could have pulled out, but I wasn't quite sure. Happy accidents. Love happy accidents. Okay, so let's put a longer piece on that side and a shorter piece on, whoops, that side I just hacked off by the looks, and a shorter piece on this side. And we can perhaps make this side a little bit thicker. What side did I do that? See, and this is why it's good to be on the newsletter, because I don't really pay much attention to measurements and stuff as I go along. And that way, when you get the written copy of it, you'll have everything nicely squared, and everything is in centimeters and inches as well, so that everyone can take advantage of it. It can fit in everybody's envelopes is what I'm getting at. All right. How's that? That's a little bit different. And then I think maybe because I'm feeling a little bit lopsided, maybe I'll do another little strip of, green on that side. So we've got something like that going on. How's that for a layout? Look at this. It is nowhere near the layout. The sketch that I have gotten written down, have drawn up, is nothing like I've done here. So it's, you know, even if you do start off with a sketch, I'll show you my sketch that I did. It is nothing like it. That was my sketch, and that's my card. So the only thing that I have got on here so far that looks remotely similar is that angle. But you know what? That things take on the life of their own, and that's why casing is good, because you start off going to follow something and then you go, hang on a minute, I like this better, or you know, so they end up taking on a life of their own. Okay, so I still have this which I would like to bring in, and I've got my Pick and Pie ink pad, and then I think I might do a little bit of ink blending around the pink as well. So let me just grab I do have another blending brush. I've got that one, and I think I've got a brown one over here. Oh no, wait a minute. I know where my brown is. I'm just going to bring it out. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do brown around the outside of my card. I think it might be a bit much. So let's pull everything off at the moment and work on this panel, and then we will move on. Right, so I need my pink, my melon mambo, Okay, here we go. Dab off because we're a pretty rich color, and then onto our corners. And I can pick up my color from my glass mat and just keep using all that ink until it's disappeared. What I should get into the habit of is when I've got bits like this left over, I should spritz them with a bit of water and pick up with some white so that I've got some ready-made backgrounds. And then you're not wasting any ink at all, right? All right, so that's just going to warm up that panel. I'm not going to put any ink blending on the Granny Apple Green or the lemon, but I might do some around the, I could actually do it around the stripy paper. Okay, looking good. Getting a little bit excited now because now I can see stuff happening. All right, let's get all that pink off. Okay, where's my, I'm going to, I haven't used the round one yet. I'll show you that. I've used all the other ones, but I haven't used the round one yet. Do you reckon I should have a crack with the round one? Because I'm going to put that on the white base. Round. The DSP from the stripes is just from the 6x6 designer series paper ones. You know, the ones that have all the, like, they've got all the patterns, four patterns, but they've got all the family colors. So just those ones. That's the neutral pack. They're the ones that you've got the subtles, the neutrals, the brights, the regals, and I think there's an in color ones as well. I love them. The stripes and the circles. I haven't used the other side very much, but I use that one lots. Okay, so let's peel you off because I haven't used you. All right, now I need to work out which way is the upside and which way is the downside. Is that actually going to fit on my block? And I think that's the right way. I've just got a little bit of scrap here, so let's ink her up and we shall find out. I'm just going to do a little bit on there, and yes, that is the right way. Now I've got a mess on my glass again. Okay, cross fingers that I don't stuff it up. I don't normally order the packs as well, but because I love stripes and I love the dots, that's why I lashed out on that one. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to pull everything back on here again. And that's why I sort of try and keep these things all stacked up together so that I've got a rough idea of where I want to stamp my circle. I might do, I'll start off with one there in the middle and then we'll go from there. And I may actually just stamp it off once as well and then bring it onto my card. And I'm just going to go really lightly. I might just put a little finger tapping over it and then we'll pick it up. So because I've missed a lot, which is fine because it's going to get covered anyway, but I didn't want a real heavy looking oops, lost my, I just wanted a little bit poking out from the edge there. Okay, and then what I can do is grab this panel here, and rather than just wipe that ink off and waste it, I can actually pick it up and use it on my card. So round and around the edges. Okay, so and one last thing before I start my assembly because I think I've got all my bits. Oh, I've got to do a sentiment yet. I might have to do that one in Melon Mambo, I think, but I do want to use one of these little splatters down here. I think we'll use that long one. And is that going to fit on you? No. I need another block. Another box of powder. Oh, is that the same? Oh no, that one fits. Good-o. All right, so let's just do a little bit of ink splatter. So I'll do a little bit there, and I'm going to do a little bit in that bottom corner as well. Again, I'm not real fussed that I missed a bit. Okay. Sort of, I think the pecan sort of makes it a little bit on the earthier side, if you know what I mean. Right. Okay. Let's line everything back up again, see where we are, and then start our assembly. That way I know whether I need to adjust anything. So we start the process again. We've got you down, and then we've got you down. And then actually I'll stick these together because it just sometimes it makes that little, just, you know, because I'm picking things up and putting things down all the time, this actually makes life a little bit easier. So I'm going to have this one as a fairly skinny strip in the background showing. And then I had a bit of lemon lolly, and we'll make this a little bit, we'll make this one a little bit wider so that we can see a little bit more of it. Get it centered up. And then we've got a smaller piece again of Granny Apple Green, so we'll stick that on there as well, and we'll make that probably about this, try and make it the same width as the green that I've got on the other side. So very unusual layering. Good morning, Tracy. So very different layering, and then that will go over there. So we've got a little unusual layering going on there as well, and then we will have that on, and it's different. I will give you that. Okay, so now I've got the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set, because I am going to do a sentiment, and because they are in clear, I can just grab it and go, do we want, that's going to cover up a lot of my flowers down the bottom. So that one says time to celebrate. So imagine it on Melon Mambo white embossed, or I can just do a happy birthday down the bottom, which is going to show more of our image. So what are your thoughts on that while I get out all the bits that I need for that? I will clean my stamps because I've got pecan pie sitting over here still on stamps. So I will oh, thank you, Lynn. It's an unusual color combination. My AI tool picked them for me. And no joke, the pecan pie threw me for a 6, but we're getting in there. We're getting to work. It's got a lot more pecan pie than I thought it was going to have. So, but anyway, tell me which the happy birthday, says Lois. I need my stamp set. This one. I'll put these away and clean them. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Good call. Okay. I'll get onto that. All right. It's like jigsaw puzzle, putting things together. Over here. No, 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 no. Round, round, round. There we go. Found it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Righty, I'll get you out of the way and bring in that block. And again, just so that I make sure that we don't get any bendy happy birthdays, just let it fall floppy on your mat, and then we can pick that up. Boy, oh boy, do I need to clean my blocks. I can barely see through them. All right, and definitely on the pink, I think. Is that going to be wide enough? Yes. Okay, so these guys here live permanently on my desk. I don't even bother putting them away anymore. My Memento, my Versamark, and my white embossing powder. I don't even worry about putting them away. All right, put them back in their correct bags. Alrighty, what am I looking for? My fancy dancy embossing tool. Oh dear. Anyway. Oh, I have to laugh at myself sometimes. There's nobody else here to laugh at me, so. Am I laughing at myself or am I laughing with myself? That's the question. All right. Let's get you all stamped. And powder. All right, beautiful. And then we'll just funnel this back in. I always do it off my glass mat because I hate the grittiness of embossing. I love embossing. I think I do it on nearly every card, but sometimes that grittiness is just enough to. All right, just going to hit it with the heat tool, so excuse the noise. I'm going to think about some bling as well, so get your thinking caps on for that. I do have the pecan pie dots, which are really nice. Oops, I better watch what I'm doing and not watching the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to end up either melting my fingertips or burning my paper. Huh. Oh, thank you, Wendy. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I have to keep looking at it because I'm like, It's, and then I actually asked it for another color combination. I was like, I don't know about that pecan pie. So I asked it for, I said, no, I don't like that color combination. Can I please have a different color combination? I can't remember. Oh, it gave me Mossy Meadow. And then it gave me Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, and Pecan Pie again. And I was like, oh, that one was even scarier than this one. So I went back to this one. I didn't even bother pulling those colors out because I thought that maybe the Mossy Meadow might be too rich with the Pecan Pie. But happy birthday. There we go. What do we think? Oh, what are we thinking? Ta-da. There we go. That's it so far. Okay, so I'm going to stick all of this down and then we will. I'm just wondering whether I need any ribbon fluff. I've got white ribbon. I wonder if some white ribbon fluff around the bottom here. I hardly use ribbon anymore. Let me grab the white out and we will have a little bit of a looky because these are not stuck down yet. So I can still do that. Oh, I've got to get out of my seat for this one. All right, I have, what do I have? I have this one here. So I could put a little bit of like and tie it off in a knot over here. I could do that, and then I could put some, or I could use thread, the white thread, and just tie that around with a bow. I'll bring them both out. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think, and I'm still over here getting behind my stuff. Because while I'm out of my seat, I might as well get these out easily. So you guys tell me, ribbon or twine, because I'm thinking that it needs something. And I will look through here and see whether I can find, oh, that didn't take me long. These are the pecan pie, and they are really pretty. They are the pecan pie and clear ribboned backed dots. So, I mean, my eyeballs aren't that great anymore, but there is a little bit of like a ribbony weave through them, but they look nice and glossy, so that's why I'm going to pick them. All right, so help a girl out with ribbon or twine. Oh. Ribbon or twine. Right. Twine, says Audrey. Ribbon, says Jocelyn. Oh. All right, we need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker. Ribbon. Or twine. Deb says twine. Twine. You know what I could do? I could use both. I could do that loopy thing and then tie it in a bow on that side. Or maybe, no, because that'll hang off too much. That would be pretty. Okay. Okay. So 1. Oh, hang on. We're all coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for twine and 2 for ribbon. Sorry, ribbon. Oh, another 1 for ribbon. Still 5 to 3. Twine, another 1. Okay, I think it's twine, but I will double twine it, I think. Okay, let's get some more stuck down because we know roughly where we're going now. So let's get this melon mambo stuck down. Oh, and my belly wants to start rumbling now. What's the time? Yep, that'd be right. It's going, hang on a minute, you're past my cup of tea time. My morning tea. I'm going to protest. Not that I normally feed it anything at morning tea time. It's just that it gets a cup of tea at tea time. So maybe that's enough to sustain it without it rumbling. All right, so let's get that down. Lots for twine. Excellent. We'll get you pop down. We want a little bit of white showing at the bottom on there as well. All right, lighter up time. We want twine going. I definitely think we want to do 2 rounds. So let me get you open. I'm going to get myself tangled up here. We'll go around twice. Oops, oops. Okay, now twice, put you over there. And you're going to go that way. So we need to scooch this over a little bit closer to the edge, just so that we've got a bit of room. And because we're also going to put, hang on, we're going to put all this stuff back on so that we know where, just a rough idea, right? Just so that we know a rough idea where to tie this thing off. Oh, be tight, be tight. Oh, no, not my finger. Okay, squish you down, back this way. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this bow. Ta-da! Look, it worked. First go for me. Awesome. All right, let's do little shrinkies. Pull, shrink, tighten, pull, shrink, tighten. You know the drill to get these things sitting right. And if they don't sit right after all of that, you get out a glue dot and you make it sit right, which is what that one is doing now. It keeps wanting to flip. I think what happens is when they're in the spool, you know, they twist up and they do all sorts of things. And then, of course, when you try and tie a bow with them, they want to go and do whatever the heck they want to do. So if it won't sit like this one wants to keep twisting around, what I normally do is just get a glue dot and I pop it under there. And I will probably do that once I've got all of this stuff on there, just so that I'm 100% sure of where it's going. Okay, so we can squish you up just a wee bit more, a little bit higher. Separate those so that we actually know that we've got 2 lots. Otherwise, what's the point in doing 2 lots if you can't see them? That's what I sort of think anyway. All right. Now I'm going to pop these up. I think we're going to do, this card's going to have a little bit of height with it. So let's do a little bit of dimensional work. Ooh, a bit of an overkill here. Don't look at how many I'm using. Okay. So just also a reminder that if you are purchasing from me this month, that the host code that is being used this month is the very last one that we will be using, because in March we are getting new rewards. So excited about that. So then when the new stuff comes in, we will be getting, I'm going to pop this up as well. So, so when the new stuff comes in, for orders of $35, this is Australian dollars, you will get loyalty credit points, 10%. So starting at $35. So if you spend $40, you'll get $4 in credit to use at another time, which is great. So you can use them as you go, or you can save them up and get a glass mat. Who knows? You know, those big ticket items that you always think, oh, I would love to get them, but I don't want to lash out. Well, now you can. You can save them all up and get it for free. So there we go. How's this? Oh, belly. And then I'm going to pop this over the top, down the bottom here. So round about where that is, I'm going to pop a mini dimensional, and these are leftovers from a kit. So they are a little bit higher than what they normally are. Let me just line that up again. Right, because I want it to stick. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to stick that there because I need it to stick. I need it to stick on those white bits. So I'm going to do something different than what I normally do, and I'm going to pop them there, and then I'm going to pop one more. So this is, and normally I will stick to here, but because we've got lots of bits that we're trying to avoid, I'm just going to stick them straight onto that panel there, and then we can pop this over the top and hide them all. There we go, down the bottom, and now it all sticks nice and flat, and I don't have to do any double mounting because I think that's pretty secure. Okay, so let's get our last little bit, and that is our I haven't got any of the big ones left, so we'll just use all little ones. I can never pick these damn things up. I've started using this because I don't know, it must be the backing that I can't pick them up. They just want to slide around, and all I'm doing is pushing things around. So let's get 3 of these guys stuck down and around, and we are done. So where shall I stick this last one? Done. I should have stuck that one a little bit in. I should have stuck that one a little bit closer. Whoops. Oh, no worries. No worries at all, Bev. Thanks for joining. I'm just going to shift that one a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm happier with it. So there we have it. And the replay will be here anyway, so that's all good. Okay. There we have it. Very different. Very different indeed. Now, I was going to fix that, wasn't I? Where's my glue dot? So let's grab that and just secure that a little bit more when I can find one. So I usually just pick one up. They stretch a little bit, give it a little bit of a roll, squeeze it to whatever shape you need, pop you down, and then let's get you, oh, you rotter. Now it's going to twist higher. Don't be twisting on me. There we go. I don't know. Sometimes these guys, they just want to be tricky. Okay. There we go. Chosen by the Colour Companion So don't forget, you can grab it for free as well. Head on over to alisatilsner.com. You'll see the subscribe button. I'm going to change, I think I'll change it to grab the color companion or something so that you know exactly where to go to get it, because it takes you to another page. And then it'll get emailed to you. Don't forget, you need to confirm your email address in order to get it. So if you don't see it come through straight away, then check your junk and your spam and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. And if you wanted to add a little bit more, you could pop a little bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers and all that type of thing. So to pop it up a little bit more. So there we go. That is it. Not so bad after all. Might be a little bit too much pecan. I'm still not sure. Maybe it's the, anyway, it'll grow on me, I'm sure of it. So the yellow, I would have chosen a darker color. I probably would have gone for crushed curry. So there we go. So trust what it spits out and make it work for you, you know. And everyone who plays with it, even like if you went and used the same color combination as me, your card would turn out completely different, because you might use you know, predominantly green or predominantly yellow or anything like that. So everyone's turns out different. So that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will catch you again this time next week, but we'll catch you around on all the socials as well. So cheers for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.